I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and in this episode of Jeep News, we're going to talk all about the latest leak of information concerning the 2018 JL Wrangler. We got a user guide and an owner's manual about the new Jeep that is going to confirm or deny a lot of rumors and answer a lot of unanswered questions. We have over 300 pages of new information about the Jeep to go over. We're also, of course, going to get into a brand new Jeep News giveaway, so make sure you subscribe and comment below to enter into that. But we'll talk more about the giveaway in just a second. First, let's get into the latest leak. So the first thing I want to talk about that we learned from that leaked information is engine options. We're pretty sure we're going to see a total of 3, but then with some updated production dates, it looked like maybe just 2 available for the 2018 JL, and that does seem to be true. We have the redesigned 3.6 liter engine that is going to be very similar to what we were seeing in the JK. And then we have the 2-liter turbocharged engine as well. So those are going to be the 2 that are available in the JL. Those are going to be backed up by either that automatic or a manual transmission. And directly behind that, you're going to have a 5-position transfer case. So this transfer case is going to have, of course, a 2-wheel high position, a 4-wheel high automatic position, which is only going to transfer power to those front tires when it senses slipping. You're also going to have a 4-wheel high part-time, a traditional neutral, and then a 4-low like we're used to seeing. So that is going to be a little bit of a different setup than we're used to on the JK. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more information about that in the near future. Now, something else that is going to be changing up from what you're used to seeing on the JK are the axles underneath the JL. Of course, we had some information about that in the past. It does look like you're going to have the option for a limited slip and, of course, a locking differential. However, it's not completely clear from this leak what models are going to get what axles and what models are going to have the option to upgrade to different axles. So again, waiting for a little bit more information on that. Something that there's a lot of buzz around are the different top options for the JL. A lot of people are disappointed that the JL will have a very similar hardtop to the JK, which is a little bit difficult to remove by yourself. You'll usually have to have an extra person around. There were some rumors that that may be a multi-piece hardtop, making it a lot easier to take apart. Unfortunately, that does not look to be the case. Now, as far as a retractable soft top, instead of it being the entire soft top folding down into the trunk of the Jeep, it looks like what we're getting is a retractable soft portion of the top that will actually make the rest of the top not be able to fold down, of course, because of that retraction mechanism. You'll still be able to remove the windows of the Jeep, put them in a storage bag that looks like it's going to come with the Jeep if you get that top option, but you're not going to be able to flip the entire soft top back like you could in the JK. There are, of course, a lot of smaller things that have changed from the JK going to the JL. For instance, the door limit straps have changed. Instead of being a soft limit strap, now you have a metal limiting strap that's going to be a little bit more similar to what you would get on a traditional car. Of course, the doors are still removable. You may need a tool in order to remove them now. That was a little bit unclear. It seemed as though you'd be able to pull a pin out of that limit, but then it did also say that you needed a torque screwdriver or a Torx bit, so it's a little bit unclear to me whether that is just a limiting nut like you would see on the outside of your doors, something you can take off and not put back on, or if you are going to need that every time you take the doors on and off. As far as the power mirrors go, it looks like that control has moved from the center column onto the door itself, just a bit of a redesign. Something else that got a little bit of a redesign are the Rubicon locker switches. So instead of having one button that you have to cycle through, pressing it multiple times to lock either the rear or both lockers, this has 2 separate switches that will let you lock either both or just one locker. So that's something that's been redesigned a little bit as well. The TPMS system is going to be very similar to what you're used to seeing on the JK, but if you do buy a set of aftermarket wheels and or tires, put them on your JL and run them a couple of times, the TPMS system is automatically going to shut off. So you're not going to have that annoying light on your dash, you're not going to have that chime every time you start the Jeep, and you're not going to need a calibrator or a tuner to turn off your TPMS system. The Jeep will know that those TPMS sensors aren't there and will automatically shut off for you. Once they're reintroduced to the vehicle, you put those factory wheels and tires back on, it'll automatically come on. So that's going to be a really nice feature. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to change the pressure that the TPMS system alerts you at. So if you are running a larger 35 by 1250 tire, running a lower pressure, and you do have TPMS sensors on those aftermarket wheels and tires, you may still have an issue with the alarm going off even though the tires are at the proper pressure for that tire size. Of course, the Jeep is going to come with a backup camera right out of the factory in all models. That's something that's pretty much standard at this point, and it's more and more a safety feature and less of a convenience feature. So it's being mandated that a lot of the new cars are coming with that as a standard feature. You're also going to get a keyless entry and a keyless start. You're going to be able to just get within a range of the vehicle with your key fob in your pocket. It'll unlock, you'll be able to open the door, you'll get in, it's a push button start. On the outside of the vehicle, if you do want to lock it, there's going to be a small section of the handle that you can press to lock the vehicle if you choose to, or of course when you walk away, it should automatically lock as well. Now, something that some people aren't overly happy about is that auto stop, auto start feature that a lot of new cars are coming with. That's designed to turn the engine off completely when you're at a red light, when you're at a stop sign, and then start again when you let off the brake to start moving again. It's designed to increase miles per gallon, but if you've ever been in one of those vehicles, it can be a little bit annoying. I'm sure some people, it doesn't bother me personally. I always turn that off. Of course, you are going to be able to turn that off on the JL as well, but every time you restart the vehicle, it will go back to default to being turned on again. There are a couple of tricks to get around that, but they're also going to get rid of some other features. Maybe somebody can use a calibrator or a tuner to set the default to off. We'll have to wait and see. For now, that is going to be something we're just gonna have to deal with. A couple other things to note about the JL. It looks like towing capacity has not increased for the four-door. It's still gonna be right at that 3,500 pounds. Even with the different axles, slightly different suspension on the Jeep, it doesn't look like you're going to be towing any more weight. And you're also getting a lower fuel capacity. So I'm assuming with the increases in MPG, Jeep went with a slightly smaller fuel tank, helps keep weight down, maybe makes room for some other features. However, a lot of us would like to see the same or even a larger fuel tank, especially if you're going on some longer off-road excursions. However, it does look like you're getting a slightly smaller fuel capacity on this Jeep. So that covers a lot of the information about the JL versus the JK, a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about that's either been confirmed or denied. I'm sure we'll have some more information as we pour through these 300 pages of information even further, and we'll bring you updates whenever we have them. I can tell you that even though we only have two engine options here, there is very clearly a glow plug fuse and indicator on the dash, so it definitely looks like that diesel's coming, and as we get more information about that, we'll bring that to you as well. As always, we'd like to thank our friends over at JL Wrangler forums. Whenever they get this type of news, they post it up right away on the forums, and it is a great source of information all about the brand new JL. So after all that information, it's time to move on to everybody's favorite part of Jeep news, and that is the giveaway. In the last episode of Jeep News, B. Tanner won a set of Barricade Adventure doors. Congratulations, B. Tanner. Hope you enjoyed those doors. This time we're going to be giving away a set of the Poison Spider Crusher Corners. These are the bare steel versions, so you can color them however you choose. And they're also the version without the cutout for the taillight, so if you have a set of custom lights, you can use those with these corners. And the corners are going to be all about strength. If you're running those narrow trails, you're laying your Jeep over on extreme angles, these are going to help protect that otherwise fairly soft tub by adding a layer of armor right over the outside of that. So in order to enter to win, you have to do two things. One, make sure you comment below. Let us know what you think about the 2018 JL, what you're excited about, what you're not, what you still want more information about. Are you going to hold out for the diesel in 2019? Really comment on anything, just make sure you comment below. The second thing you need to do to enter is make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's going to get you entered into the giveaway, but it's also going to ensure that you're going to see all of the latest Jeep news, as well as other great Jeep content and product review videos.